Could it be the way our body was built? I don't know. Possibly the way she moves her
I've got a special guest who happens to be a new soul sensation. His name is Prayersoul, simply known as Prayersoul. He's currently in the midst of an international tour that he's on. He's in Germany right now, and I'll be connecting directly to him live to talk about his tour and a couple of other things that concern the arts, showbiz and music in Zimbabwe. Thank you so much. My name is Plot Marco. For those that are joining for the first time, EarGround will be bringing you interesting programs from time to time, and this is one of it. What is your advice in terms of selecting a manager to a Zimbabwean artist right now who's starting up, be they dancehall, be they hip hop, be they traditional in other music genre?
The issue of artist management is very tricky in Zimbabwe, because, to be honest, I feel like the market of people who are booking artists is very small, and the way business is usually done in Zimbabwe is it's very relationship based. So, for example, I'll give an example. If you want to do a small thing, maybe you're celebrating like your anniversary with your wife or something, and you want to get me to come and sing. I'm your friend, so you would naturally call me first. You know, and then if I then say, manager, usually it's kind of taken with because you know what I mean, because it's relationship based. So and the truth of the matter is the actual work that a manager does should be redefined for each space. Because in Zimbabwe, what does an actual manager have to do is what we need to discuss first. You know, like do we have people who are clear? Because some artists want different things. There's some artists who just love to perform, and they just want to know that they'll be able to get a decent amount of money at the end of the month. There's some artists who want to be more famous and they would rather spend all their money doing things that will make them more famous and have more likes and more followers and more videos. Some artists want to tour. They want to tour the world. Some artists just want to actually do more shows in Zimbabwe. Because maybe Zimbabweans, maybe around Botswana, Jamba the same way. You know? So it's also being able to understand what your personal needs are and what your goals are as an artist. So for me, it's very clear, you know, the picture I have of the kind of musician I want to be is very clear. And because of that, it was easy for me to find someone who anganema actual skills that would fit and show any ability to be able to achieve those. And so that's kind of what I did in terms of figuring out who to work with. But I think it's such a hit and miss type of thing where you have to have a good working chemistry with whoever your manager is going to be, and they have to understand what your goals are, and you have to be able to have no doubt that they have the abilities to do the stuff that you can't do. Because sometimes artists, like you're saying, sometimes artists really just don't want to talk to the client. They want someone else to do that job. And a booking agent in a functioning music industry, booking agent, venue, gig. But that usually happens to countries where culture yavo ndeyekuti kune mavenue akagara ariko, and mavenue awo anotoita shows every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, or even Sunday. But isusu hatina mavenues akawanda like that. So we always figure that's what it will be like when the manager comes and starts working with me. But then you realize, okay, we actually don't have so many venues. So you end up just sitting and talking about, well, what's the next concert? What's the next music video? What's the next, when is the next gig? You know, where else can we perform? Then you start thinking about corporates, then you start doing the corporates, and you do the weddings, and then that's it. That's our Zim circuit. Because if you're going to perform, depending on what kind of an artist you are, if you perform and do my weddings, and then you do my corporate gigs, then you do Haifa, which is not happening this year. Okay, then you do Unplugged, and then you perform and do one show at Allianz. Then that's pretty much it. You know, there are not too many venues. So I feel like we need to start ikoko kuma venues, and I feel like it's the job of the artists, because we feel like somehow promoters from nowhere. But the moment that artists start stepping out and organizing their own shows and pulling their own numbers, then, you know, then it will start making sense. Saka mukanzwa kuti Prayersoul ari kuita show every 2 months and kunoenda vanhu 1000. Then everyone starts, then it starts making sense. Then you start getting calls. The radio station wants to play you. Now promoters are like, okay, cool. So we want to bring John Legend. Saka, we need you to open it because we got out only on 1000. You know what I mean? So when you look at it like that, you start realizing that maybe the artists need to do way more than they're doing right now for the entire thing to start working. Because apana chinchi stop in Zimbabwe, nothing really stops me from looking for a space, talking to the person who owns the space and saying, "Dara, ini ndingori munhu magitari kana ndachifunga kuti ndongopai 700 RTGS. Mondipa space ndoita show yangu. Ndobva ndaenda ndonotaura nevanhu vesound. Ndobva ndanoti, guys, ndokupaiwo kachi 1000 ye sound nema lights nei. And then ndotanga kuorganize. I call my friend Plot. Plot has a lot of guys under him who are graphic designers. Plot over and power designer. That design a flyer and that all my pictures, organize my show, and how many people are going to show up. So Nini, my issue is always how many people can you bring to a concert? Because when you can bring a certain number to a concert, then